Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to your reading. I am very excited about this reading. This is a look into your past life. I will tell you who you were in your past life, what you look like, what type of work you did, your personality traits. I will be utilizing my astrological dice to get even more clarity and accuracy, as well as other horoscope and tarot tools. I am going to give you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. If you'd like to further support the channel, please click that super thanks button. It is that heart-shaped icon just below the video. But let's get straight into your reading. Take a moment and meditate on the three piles. Pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This would be 1, 2, and 3. And let's get straight into your reading. Hello, beautiful group 1, and welcome to your reading. I am so excited about this reading. I am going to take a look into your past life. I will be giving you your past life's character traits. I'll tell you who you were, what you looked like. I will also be giving you some zodiac placements as well as other horoscope information. I will be using my astrology tarot tools to give you even more accuracy and insight on who you were in your past life. Group 1, please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get straight into your reading. So group 1, you are naturally drawn here to the Page of Cups. Now the Page of Cups is a very strong and high water energy. It's water energy. It represents Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And it also represents someone that is very studious and has like a childlike nature to them. Like you're an adult, but you do have like a childlike nature. It also represents like volunteering. So I'm definitely seeing here that you were very like focused in your past life on the things that meant the most to you. You were very active in volunteer work, as well as, you were always in the yearning for a new love and for a connection to someone special in a romantic sense. What I'm going to do, I'm going to roll the astrological dice and pull other horoscope cards to get a strong confirmation on the energy that we just discussed concerning the zodiac placements. But let's pull a spread of cards to get even more clarity and insight on who you were in your past life and what did you look like. You have here liberation. So this represents love. Liberation representing wanting to see something grow, something to expand. And usually that comes with not only your creative ideas in your projects, but relationships. So just right off, starting here in your reading with the Page of Cups and the liberation energy, both representing love. This is a very strong confirmation here from Spirit that you had a very loving, warm vibe in your past life, and love is all that mattered to you. It's all that mattered. I also want to state that with the Cups energy, this representing like emotions, you were very well, like balanced emotionally, very strong emotionally as well. And these placements of the Pisces, the Scorpio, and the Cancer, this definitely represented your placements in your past life, but this is a very strong confirmation if this represents your placements now. I want to pull several cards now at a time. Yeah, look at this. B, community. This is about charity work. Look at the confirmations coming out back to back here in your reading. The B represents a community. Because, see, here in your past life, your work blessed everything that you touched. Look how this correlates. Thank you, Spirit. And you were just open to receiving sweetness, and you represented the Queen of Abundance. And that is what the bee represents, the Queen Bee. You represented the Queen of Abundance. But look at the very beautiful message in correlation with Queen Mother Nanny here. And I'm just going to show you here that on this card, it does say, you are the Queen of Abundance. Do you see the confirmations here with Spirit in your reading? Sharing what your past life was here. And I also can see that you're definitely very beautiful. Eyes are very warm, soft features as well. A queen. People looked up to you because you stood out. You stood out because at the time there were hard times, I feel as if your past life represented the era of for some reason, I'm getting the era of the early 1900s, from 1900s to the beginning, just the beginning of 1920s of some sort. In the 30s, it was a time of Great Depression, but you were very positive and you love to volunteer and help others out, because that is just how your heart was at that time. Let's pull more cards. This is really getting interesting. And you have here the Three of Pentacles, representing enterprise, success, talent, and teaching. So see, yes, you were a leader, a teacher, someone that stood out, very talented as well. An entrepreneur. You were an entrepreneur in your past life, and something to do with farming, but farming of foods. And I can see that here in the liberation energy, as well as the bee community, and represented here with the Three of Pentacles, representing a very enterprising person into entrepreneurship, teaching others how to be successful, how to thrive in a time when people did not have the greatest outlook on life. You certainly did. So let's pull more cards. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, what was group 1 in past life? Page of Swords. Page of Swords, very strong air energy, giving me Gemini, Aquarius, even Libra, and your past life, Sun, Moon, or Rising here. Yes, so you got water energy, sword energy here. And you know what I love? I love how the Three of Pentacles, which is earth energy, laid naturally here with the bee community. Because bees, they help to maintain the earth. If there were no bees here on the planet, there would be no food. And if there's no food, there would be no humans. There would be nothing. So I love the correlation between the bee community and the Three of Pentacles laying here, representing growth and enterprise. But look at the card very carefully. Look at the mushrooms growing in the field and the plant. They're thriving, plant life. So you were a grower, a farmer, but an entrepreneur. Thank you, Spirit. The Queen, the Page of Swords energy represents your ability to communicate very well with others. That's very strong air energy. And this is a a very beautiful correlation with the Page of Cups. Because you see here with the Page of Cups, again, that represented you being just so free-hearted, and being like a studious kid. Like you resonated very well with your inner child. And the Page of Swords shows this as well as like an active kid, very creative. You're a curious kid. And you were so curious, like you spoke a lot, so you were kind of gossipy as well with the people that you worked with, your family. You were known as a talker, so much so. Let's pull more cards. Spirit, what was Group 1's past life experience? You have here the Page of Wands. Look at this coming out back to back. This high frequency of you resonating with your inner child in your past life. Page of Swords and the Page of Wands, and being very creative. I am just so grateful for Spirit giving us this very strong confirmation here in your reading. Page of Wands, very strong fire energy. That means you pushed everything forward. Active kid energy. It was like you were like this, even from a child all the way to adulthood. You just had this active kid energy, moved around a lot, outside, very, very earthly connected. You loved working outside and working and connecting with other people. I can definitely see here that I'm feeling as if you were of mixed race as well. Yes, maybe like a Egyptian race as well as like a European, but it was mixed race. And you stood up for other people. You just had a very warm, beautiful heart, and a house as well. And Spirit just brought that out. You lived it very well, very abundant, very wealthy. And that's seen here with all 6 of your cards, 7 of your cards that just came out here. But the Page of Wands is very strong fire energy, an active kid vibe, where no one could stop you no matter what. You always had a new project, a creative idea. You wanted to always do something new. And the Page of Wands is representing Sagittarius, Aries, even Leo, and strongly in your birth chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or even Venus in these placements as well. Let's pull more energy. Thank you, Spirit. What were you in your past life? You have here the Muse, Venus. The planet Venus is the planet of love. And did Spirit just give us that insight moments earlier, how loving you were in your past life, and people were just drawn to you. Planet Venus also rules over Libra and Taurus, and we did get that insight moments earlier. We will get confirmation with the astrological dice to see exactly what the dominant placements were in your birth chart at that time. But see, this was about you being able to inspire others, because you were inspired. People inspired you, and that's what drove you to want to see everyone win. You wanted everyone around you to be happy. You were a thriver. You were very intuitive as well, idealistic, very creative, and I'm divinely connected to source energy, just super passionate, emotional as well, and very sensitive, as seen here with the card you are naturally drawn to with the Page of Cups energy, representing the sensitive, emotional water signs, which are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And so this is a very strong confirmation here. Thank you, Spirit. Let's pour more energy. Spirit, what is Group 1's past life experience? This is a blank card. Light attributes, shadow attributes. You were so balanced that you did not even allow the darkness in you to shine. You knew that Your consciousness is what will allow you to move forward and to connect and to create the life that you want. And I can tell you this, you were very, very happy in your lifetime. Yes, you did have some challenges, but you were very enterprising, able to help your family and able to like move forward. You were definitely married at least 2 times in your past life, and you have here the rebel energy. Yeah, see, this is about challenging authority to affect social change, and you reject spiritual systems that did not serve the inner need. Now look at the insight, the confirmation that Spirit just gave us moments earlier, where Spirit said that you were divinely connected to source energy. That means you weren't about a particular religious status, and you were for everyone. You believe that everyone should be created, everyone was created equal, and that they should be treated equal. And I believe that you were so connected with that idea is because you came from a family of a multi-racial ethnic backgrounds. So you were very sensitive on the subject of race, religion, as well as, human rights. Let's pull more energy. Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the 3 of Cups. Look at this, where this is about support. This is about a circle of friendship, total love and family contentment. You are about the family. You're about your friends and community. So many confirmations here in your reading. Thank you, Spirit. And again, more water energy. Thank you, Spirit. I so love this for you. Beautiful. Let's pull more cards. And you have here Taurus. Taurus, Spirit just gave us that insight moments earlier about the Taurus energy, and the Muse card here, the Muse, ruled by the planet Venus. And Spirit told us that Venus does rule a Taurus. It does. And so this is a very strong confirmation. And Taurus is very earthy. And we got the insight that you did have like a farm, something to do with farming. And you could have been farming bees as well, because you were considered the queen of abundance in your time. And look at the Queen Mother Nanny here coming out. And Taurus is about production. Taurus is about you moving, you're steadfast, and you were pleasure seeking as well. Very, very sensuous and solid, very loyal to your family and friends. I love the correlation between the 3 of Cups and the Taurus card coming out back to back, representing total family love and commitment. A friendships, celebrations, a circle of support is what you stood for and what you believed in. So I'm going to roll your astrological dice in a moment. I just want to pull another horoscope card, and you have here Descendant, invitation. So the Descendant is about how you invited others. This is an aspect in your birth chart, in your past life. It represents an invitation, inviting others to come join you, to be a part of your tribe. It represents community here, as seen in the bee community. Thank you, Spirit. Let's roll your astrological dice. Yes, I love it. Look at this. Okay, so you see how we have Libra here, and Spirit just gave us the insight that with the Venus card that came out, because Venus does rule Libra. Okay, and Libra, yes, is an air sign, and we got that information of the strong air energy in your reading with the Page of Swords here. And we also had with the air energy, there was one more, wasn't it? Let's see. No, there was not another, but the Page of Swords was the top card for the air energy. Thank you, Spirit, and how you were able to communicate with others very well. Top communication skills from the time you were a child, and very friendly and loving. So here you have the 10th house, and there are 12 houses in a birth chart. In astrology, there are 12 houses in a birth chart, and the 10th house came out for you. Now, with the 10th house is about your career and how you build a legacy and how you had a public image. This represents public image. You working with the public. Thank you, Spirit, for this very strong confirmation. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. Your reading is accurate AF, Group 1. Oh my goodness. And here, this is the planet Saturn. Saturn rules over Capricorn. And also I wanted to state that the 10th house rules over Capricorn as well. So you have the 10th house, which rules over Capricorn, an earth sign, and you did work with the earth. You grew things. You were about liberation and growth. You had a farm, several farms, and with the Capricorn energy here, this is an earth sign. So look at this beautiful confirmation, the number 10 and Capricorn coming out in your reading. Your reading is, it is accurate AF. I just had to say that one more time. Thank you, Spirit. But Group 1, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. Also, take one moment to click that like and subscribe to the channel. And I am sending you, I'm so excited for your reading. I saw so many confirmations here. I don't know what to do with myself. But I want to send you, Group 1, lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful Group 2, and welcome to your reading. I'm super excited about your reading today. This reading is about your past life. I will give you insight on your past life experience, what you looked like, what your astrological placements were like, your personality, character traits, your family, your career, just whatever Spirit gives to me, I will give to you and not leave anything out. So Group 2, please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button and click that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. But let's get straight into your reading. Group 2, you are so naturally drawn here to the 3 of Pentacles card. And the 3 of Pentacles is a very high vibrational earth energy representing the physicality of energies. So just by you being naturally drawn here, you were a team player. You collaborated with a group of people on a day-to-day basis as a part of like your work. But you were very, very skilled at what you did, and you produced like high quality goods. I'm going to be rolling your astrological dice to get even more clarity here. The 3 of Pentacles, earth energy, representing Taurus, Capricorn, even Virgo, and the sun, moon, or rising, or even in the Venus placements as well, and your past life. If this represents your placements here, this is definitely a very strong confirmation, but let's pull more cards to lay a spread out and get even more insight. And you have here the shame card. That's quite interesting. I want to lay out a few more cards. Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the loon, intuitive. Okay, so with the shame card, I can see that this is about you being, a rebel. And this is about you being totally different from everyone around you. There was literally no shame in your game. And you stood out because of this. You dressed totally different from everyone around you. You spoke different. It was just something so amazing about your vibe. But with the loon card here, I'm seeing even deeper here. That, see, you were the type of person that did listen to the song in your soul. You had a very high intuition, and you did trust your intuition all the time. And so you had a very busy life, though, very busy. And you had several children as well. But although you had a very busy life and you loved to, you collaborated with people on a daily basis, there was something very like reclusive about you. You did enjoy solitude, and you sought to be quiet and to be alone a lot after work. And you know what I love is that the loon is very, very unique. This animal is very unique. And Spirit gave us that insight seconds earlier where you stood out because you were very unique in the time that in your past life. And but you were very loved for your uniqueness and very admired. Let's pull more cards. Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the World card. Very, very intriguing. Let's pull more energy. Thank you, Spirit. You have here the Five of Pentacles. So see, the Five of Pentacles, that is very strong earth energy as well. So yes, this is about isolation. This is about you wanting to be alone a lot because you did work a lot. You were very successful here in your past life represented. You stood out. You're the type of person that did complete goals. If you set your mind to do something, you better believe it. You finished it. And there was something very unique about the way, like you wore a sort of a head dress, in your time. I'm getting somewhere like Middle Eastern descent in your past life. I'm getting Middle Eastern, something about royal vibes, like you came from a very royal family, but you did not fit in so well because of the people around you. You know, they were a bit kind of like bougie, like, snobby, and you did not fit in because you wanted to be like the commoners. And so you dressed totally different than what your family, wanted you to be. And you didn't have any shame, but your family felt kind of shameful about you because you didn't follow the royal tradition. But let's pull more cards to get even more clarity. Spirit, what experience did group 2 have in the past life? Look at this, the Virgin energy. This is about you were able to maintain a symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So see, you were not a follower, you were a leader in a family of leaders, which is really what made you stand out here. Thank you, Spirit. Let's pull more cards. Spirit, what past life experience did group 2 have, Spirit? 10 of coins. You see the 10 of coins, so much earth energy here. You were wealthy. You were very wealthy. But as your day-to-day, you had to communicate and collaborate with a group of people to get things done. The 10 of disc, that is about building a legacy, an inheritance, a retirement. So your family was all about building. They were legacy driven because they were royalty. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Let's pull more cards. Spirit, what was group 2's past life experience? You have here the artist, Venus. You know what I love about this? Because Venus rules over Taurus. Okay, and we're getting a lot of very strong earth energy here. It also rules over Libra. It rules over Libra as well, but Libra is an air energy. But we'll get confirmation here with the astrological dice. If Libra and Taurus is strong in your birth chart, this is a very nice confirmation from Spirit. So you were a visionary here with the artist energy, very creative, very imaginative as well, idealistic, very connected, wanted harmonious relationships, very receptive and spiritual. This is why you did not want to be looked at as royalty. You wanted to be seen as everyone else. Let's pour more energy. Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the King of Cups. See? King, royalty. Thank you, Spirit, for this very, very beautiful confirmation here. King, royalty. That's the energy. That's the insight that Spirit has just been giving your entire reading. And the King of Cups energy is about, you had lots of empathy here, lots of tolerance. And you were a leader. You were a leader within your family. But you were very supportive. You were supportive to the workers and to your friends, as well as your family. Although you didn't agree with everything that they did and that they said, you were still very supportive and very loyal and had great empathy for the people of your village. Thank you, Spirit. So let's get more insight. Spirit, what was Group 2's past life experience? Ascendant, the outlook. So with the Ascendant, this is about the world view. And look how the Ascendant card came out and is in correlation with the world. The Ascendant is your rising sign in your birth chart. Okay, the Ascendant. That represents the rising sign. This represents a mission statement. Okay, your outer self. You were very expressive and looked upon as the point of view and the point of contact. And you had a very nice body. This represents your body image. You were very beautiful and had a very, very warm and loving aura about you. Very beautiful aura. And upon first impression, people just loved you. They flocked to you because of this connection that you naturally had about you. Thank you, Spirit. Let's pull more cards to get even more clarity. What were you in your past life? Group 2. What were you? Chiron, healed. The Chiron is an asteroid in a birth chart. It represents healing. Okay, and the Chiron is a significant correlation with the previous cards that did come out here in your reading. You were a healer. You wanted to make sure that everyone was taken care of and that everything went really well. I feel as if that you were like a medicine woman, because there's so much earth energy here and so much connectivity energy. Like you were and you were rewarded. You were very successful and you did receive lots of rewards and awards for your work. I feel as if you were a medicine woman of some sort, because people did look up to you. They came to you for their problems. This is why you understood balance. Like the Spirit gave us the insight moments earlier that yes, you were a collaborator, but you also understood solitude. And you will always encourage other people to take time out to rest their minds, bodies, and spirit, because that is what you did. And you taught that people should trust their intuition as well when it comes to their health and when it comes to their day-to-day lives. So you were a healer. Let's roll the astrological dice. Look at this. Yes. Okay, so we roll the Taurus dice. The Taurus dice, and it rolls directly on the Venus card. Venus rules Taurus. Thank you, Spirit, for this very strong confirmation. And Taurus is an earth sign. It's practical. Taurus are practical, loyal, grounded, reliable. So see, you were a reliable person, very grounded. And Spirit gave us that insight moments earlier with all of the earth energy, with the Pentacles energy that came out in your reading. And here you have this 7th house. Now, with the seventh house, this is about marriage and partnership. So you definitely were married in your past life. And it was about partnerships, creating partnerships with people that you collaborated with. This is strong confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Seventh house rules over Libra. And we did get that insight with the Venus card as well, because Venus rules over Taurus and Libra. Seventh house rules over Libra. Thank you, Spirit. And look at this. This is the planet. This is the planet Uranus. Uranus rules over Aquarius. And Aquarius, that is an air sign, and that is a social sign. So you are out in the public. It represents being social, being very observant, creative, and adventurous. So this is all in great correlation to your cards that did come out. Your reading is definitely on fleek with accuracy here, Group 2. Thank you, Spirit. So Group 2, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. Yes, they do. Also, please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Group 2, I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful Group 3, and welcome to your reading. I am so excited about this reading because I am going to give you insight on who you were in your past life. I will tell you what you looked like, your appearance, what career did you have or job, just what took place during your day-to-day. Were you married? Were you rich? Just whatever Spirit gives to me, I am going to give to you. I will also be getting even more detailed and accuracy by utilizing my zodiac dice as well as other astrological tarot tools. So Group 3, please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. But let's get straight into your reading. So Group 3, you are naturally drawn here to the gorgeous Nine of Pentacles card. Now the Nine of Pentacles, this is earth energy, representing Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in the sun, moon, or rising, or even in the Venus placements. These were your placements in your past life, okay? Also, if these are your placements now, take this as a very strong confirmation here in your reading. And I just want to indicate that the previous 2 readings were so accurate that I just thank Spirit so much that I know your reading is going to be verified here as well. But specifically here with the Nine of Pentacles, this is about you were very abundant here, materially blessed. All your wishes came true in your past life. As seen here with the Nine of Pentacles. Luxury you had, and you were very self-sufficient, okay? Very self-sufficient, had lots of financial gain as well, but you also loved to do things alone. You loved taking trips alone, reading alone, just lots of solo pleasures. You just enjoyed being alone, but very, very luxurious lifestyle. So let's pull more energy. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, what past life experience did Group 3 have? Who was Group 3 in a past life? And you have here the Page of Wands. Look at this. Very creative, very strong fire energy as seen in Sagittarius, Leo, even Aries placements. Okay, but the Page of Wands is a very strong, creative person. you were very, very, very creative. I mean, very active, you know, like you resonated with your inner child a lot. You always had a new idea, a plan, a purpose. There was always something new to look forward to. Very, very active. And the people around you, they could barely keep up with you because you always you just came up with really, really good ideas. But see, this is why the Page of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles is a very beautiful correlation, because the Nine of Pentacles represents your luxurious lifestyle and how you were able to afford the things in life that you wanted. You were very self-sufficient. Okay, that's a very strong correlation here with the Page of Wands being very creative. Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. This is about you mastering your craft. You were a master of your craft. You really did enjoy your work. You did your work with grace and with ease, and you had lots of achievement. You worked hard now, considered very hard back then, but you had lots of achievement, and you were into education, of educating yourself. As Spirit gave us insight moments earlier that you did love to take time out to read a lot. You definitely loved books. And I can see here that you were either from you were of European descent. Let's pull more energy. Thank you, Spirit. Very beautiful skin. Kind of skin like porcelain skin. Let's pull more energy. Thank you, Spirit. Very beautiful. You have here the Strength card. And with the Strength card, this is a very strong confirmation with that fire energy that Spirit gave us moments earlier. Here, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. So you had lots of self-confidence about yourself, lots of perseverance. You had lots of self-respect as well, and courage. There was nothing you were afraid of at all. Nothing you were afraid of at all. Things were always so beautiful for you in your eyes. Although this was a time where things were tough for a lot of people. It's just that you worked so hard and so consistently that you were just successful because it paid off. So let's pour more energy. Thank you, Spirit. And you have here these solar flares. Do you see this very beautiful fire energy representing activating? The solar flares represents being active, activating, moving forward, thinking something and acting upon it. Belief and movement was really your motto back then. Like if you believed something, you pushed forward. Strong creative fire energy. A boss, highly, highly educated here. Thank you, Spirit. Let's pour more energy. What were you in your past life, group 3? What were you? And you have here, angel. So yeah, helping those in need with no expectation of return of anything. So you would volunteer your time. You would lend money. You would educate people for free as well without asking for anything in return. And this is how people saw you, especially people who were less fortunate than you were. You were an angel in their eyes. Thank you, Spirit. Very giving of your time, of your energy. Let's pull more cards. Who were you in your past life? And you have here the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords card, this card here, this clearly tells me that there was a heartbreak for you and there was a divorce. So you were married, but you did have a divorce. You went through a time where you did go through a depression of some sort. But you were so strong, you were able to overcome that. Thank you, Spirit. And I'm seeing here that you didn't, there was no compromise for you when it came to your your mental well-being and your physical well-being, there was no compromise. You would not compromise that. So back then in those times, it was frowned upon for people to get divorced. But that's what made you depressed, is because of society's view on what you were doing with your life. Let's pull more energy. Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the organizer, Saturn. And Saturn is the teacher as well, as seen here with the Eight of Pentacles representing achievement and education. And this is a very strong confirmation in your reading here, where Spirit just told us moments earlier that you were the organizer. You're a very patient person as well, very practical, very truthful, very committed, steadfast energy moving forward here, represented by the planet Saturn. And I'm going to roll your astrological dice to give you even more clarity and accuracy here in your past life reading. But yes, very disciplined person. Very modest as well, reliable and considerate, detailed, careful. You moved very careful in your past life. Not to overstep or offend others. Just this angelic energy about you, wanting to just really help those pure intentions. Let's pull more cards. Thank you, Spirit. So what were you in your past life? Thank you, Spirit. And you have here resistance. Gang Sarah. You know what I love about resistance? Because it represents strength. So a beautiful correlation there. Resistance, you were very strong here. Stood up for what you believed. Stood up for yourself. Stood up for the rights of others. Made yourself available when so many would not at that time. Thank you, Spirit. I feel as if your past life took place somewhere around the mid-1800s. Anywhere from I don't know why I feel this, but anywhere from 1818 to that's when you were born, 1818, but you lived a very long life. But everything took place from 1818, all of your accomplishments and how you were able to help people from 1818 to 1870. You were very, very active. Thank you, Spirit. And you have here the sixth house. The sixth house is about your work and your detail. It's about well-being. And Spirit just gave us this insight moments earlier on how you did not compromise with your well-being, your mind, body, and spirit. And look at the sixth house, representing well-being, diet, of service, being of service to other people, being of contribution. So that is what you did. You had a method, a daily routine, a daily ritual where you did educate and help other people. And you were very organized here. Thank you, Spirit. And also, the sixth house, it does rule over Virgo. And so we mentioned Virgo earlier in this reading. And Virgos, of course, are very practical, loyal, grounded, and reliable. And these were your placements back then as well. And if these are your placements now, this is a very strong confirmation here in your reading. So let's pull more cards. Who were you in your past life? And you have here transit, climate. Climate here is about movement, always on the go. And we see that here with the solar flares. Transit, it represents planets moving into houses in the birth chart. Like, for example, the planet Saturn, right? It transit in your sixth house. So it's about climate and how you moved very, very carefully, the way that you moved. And Spirit gave us that insight moments earlier here in your reading. Let's roll your astrological dice to get even more clarity. Okay, I love this because here is The North Node. This is about, no, I'm sorry, not the North Node. This is the South Node. And so wonderful because the South Node, it represents your past life. Thank you, Spirit, for this very strong confirmation. If you can see that. The South Node represents your past life and your inborn abilities. Thank you, Spirit. You have here Aquarius, which Spirit gave us that insight earlier about Aquarius being a part of your energy here. Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Because here with Aquarius, this is representing like social. You were very social, very observant, very creative, and very adventurous as well. And here, look at this coming out. This is the 6th house. There are 12 houses in astrology, and this represents the 6th house, and you have the 6th house card that did come out as well. So yes, you were into like well-being and health and helping people. Some sort of like service, dietary, maybe nutrition as well, or even the education of these things. I feel as if you did make some sort of natural medicines, and you contributed a lot. And you also built an organization. You built an organization to help others as well, because that is showing up here with the Aquarius dice that did come out. And it represents groups and organizations, but it also represents friends, how you did have a lot of friends, and you were very, very lucky here in your past life, because Aquarius represents luck. It rules the 11th house, and the 11th house represents luck. It represents groups. It represents friends. And you see here with the 9 of Pentacles, as the first card that you were drawn to here in your reading, that 9 of Pentacles represents a very luxurious lifestyle. You were very self-sufficient, always had financial gain, and enjoyed lots of solo pleasures. So group 3, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. Also, please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. So group 3, I am sending you lots of love and good energy.